Hello Ultrasaber fans, and welcome to my personal point of view of Ultrasabers the Manticore in Consular Green with V4 Obsidian soundboard. This is my second purchase from Ultrasabers, the first being Crimson Scorpion back in November. I chose Ultrasabers originally because after spending many weeks, I can't tell you how many, digging through the forums and comparing, friends' sabers from different companies, I have to say Ultrasabers wins hands down. Their functionality, the quality of the sound, and their customer service is just off the charts. Just really quick, I'd like to thank Emery and the entire Ultrasabers team for their amazing quality of work and making every request I had really super easy. Also, getting this beauty to me in time for Christmas. Alright, let's get started. Real quick, we all know about shipping. The thing was wrapped so well, the driver could have just threw it onto my porch. Here's my first impressions. It's everything I hoped it would be. It's a sleek design. It's light and slim, making it a perfect one-hander. The windows in the emitter just really stand out. Can't be denied. I actually chose the Manticore for a few reasons. I wanted a light, streamlined design, yet at the same time wanted more than just a look of a standard hilt. Choke point is key for one-handed grips. For the way I went as far. Let's just take a look at that really quick. You can actually see just with your hand. Very simply held. Makes it a great point. Okay. See, because in the future I plan to do a wield. Let me also mention it is comfortable with two-handed grip. You just need to adjust your grip style. When you have the CoverTech wheel installed, which I chose, so I'll carry it someday. High-profile pommel, stock standard. But I also bought the Renegade small SE pommel just to add some extra flair. I just didn't want anything out of the ordinary. And being that it's MHS compatible, as we all know, it is a simple change out. Just unscrew it. And as soon as I get it in there, get this threaded correctly, don't want to strip them. Alright. Now I really like that. I actually really do. I think it really sets it off. Some people, they keep things stock, which is perfectly fine. Others, they like to change things up. Just to note, these are rubber O-ring grips, or O-rings that I put on the grip. I only did that because I've sparred with my brother for the last couple of days. That's not normal, but I plan to add a leather wrap to it later on. Alright, I went with the green illuminated switch. Now, I think they're really neat. I just think they're slick. The black regular standard guarded strips are just not for me. The guarded switch, I'm just not a fan. And some people just like a plain silver because it might detract from the eye. But I personally think it's a must. So, alright, I'm not going to bore you too much. Let's fire this baby up. Alright, first thing off out of the gate, everybody knows, you can just hear it. This sound is just incredible. You just can't compare. I've held, other companies my friends have had, different varying sabers, different companies, and this sound is just mint. Hope everybody can hear over this. The windows, that's another feature that caught me on this. How can you really deny that? Is just absolute beauty right there. Now you'll notice I actually have the Ultra Edge blade in, which I ordered because I just wanted to see it different myself. I have for my Scorpion that I got the regular mid-grade blade, which we'll get into that later. I just can't stop looking at the emitter. And there's the switch. Some like it, some don't. It's a must for me. And obviously I went with the V4 sound. There's a few reasons. Let me just turn this off really quick. I went with the V4 sound just so I could tweak the settings and be able to download some of my own. This is obviously the stock setup. I already mentioned the Ultra Edge blade. Just want to see it myself in person. The V4 sound, let me mention quick, you know, just to be able to tweak the settings and to be able to have, you know, 8 banks, you can download stuff, you can tweak a few fonts. That's just worth $10. I mean, $10 really. I lose more than that in a day. Now, the actual blade itself. Like I said, I wanted to see Ultra Edge in person. Sorry. Obviously, when you know, as lit, it looks better on camera. You know, obviously. To myself, my personal point is off. Mid-grade. Actually, I like the way the the silver film is in the blade for display purposes. Even on, I met many people in the forums have mentioned the Ultra Edge itself, you know, is more of a pastel color, which I agree, more of a modern or prequel trilogy. Mid-grade gives it a deeper old school vibe. I actually kind of like the mid-grade. My next order will probably be more than likely mid-grades. To each his or her own. You know, the camera is very deceiving with it. If you'd like to see, I'll do that really fast. It's very simple. The regular 5/64 Allen key. Alright. Couple twists and turns. There you go. Ultra Edge. Change out. Mid-grade in. Alright, I'm not going to torque it down because we're going to turn this puppy back on. And there you have it. I like the silver, just the sheen of it. Let's fire it up. Okay. Try getting close here. Gives it that edge on the back, on the fuller part of the blade, which I like. Okay. And now, obviously, I don't have a blade plug in, but I'm not going to be looking. I'm here by myself. Wife's sleeping from work, so we'll just quickly take out the mid. If you're wondering what that little piece of tape was for, the electrical tape, I had a little, there was a little bit of wobble even when it was seated correctly. And there you go. There is the Ultra Edge. I really like this design. I gotta tell you, it's just, it's nice to hold. The V4 soundboard is definitely worth it. Alright, let me tighten this down quick. If you're wondering, I did get this with Flash on Clash. It is something that I would just prefer myself. And this is broad daylight. This is a lit room. You know, lights everywhere. Get you the silver. Hey, the contrast is great. Like I said, I love the overall look. There you have it. The Manticore. It's a 10 out of 10. There's nothing I can say negative. The only thing I wish I had done, in retrospect, was to get the collector's edition, which would be like nickel-plated. Really quick before I close out, with the V4 sound, some people wonder, compared to the V3, we don't have to hook it up to the computer. So if I want to change the sound fonts, as you turn your saber on, just keep holding it down. There's your obsidian. And then you do a click. just to cycle through.
Consular.
That's pretty simple.
Episode 1. Episode 2.
Alright.
Episode 6.
And you get back to the original. That's mute, good function, that's working away. And anyone you want to pick after you cycle through,
Confirm.
just hold the button down and you're set. Alright, nothing negative to say. Hope everybody has a good holiday. And happy holidays. Thanks for watching. Even Boba Fett agrees.